You having a precious plate or a glass that you love so much and falling down, or even having a crack in. Now you think if you put water in it, it's not going to hold. What do? You just have to put it in the trash. So if it is broken and there is no hope of the two of you or the other person changing the mind or coming back, beloved, you need to move on. So you have to study the word of God, seek for counseling. You understand me? Engage yourself in so many things that you think will take your mind off, especially reading. That's why I said you have to, as Christians, that's the only thing, our only hope is the Bible, the word of God. You study the word of God more. You read more of the Psalms, right? You sing more. And take activities that will draw you back than you sitting down and lamenting. If you decide to lament, you will lament for the whole time of your life. And maybe you are blocking the right person who is coming in. Because if you start lamenting, your eyes always is covered with tears. So you can't see the right thing. And if your eyes are dim, how do you see? You can't see whatever it is. Whatever color you are looking at with a dim eyes, you can't really figure out the right color of it. So if you would dry your tears, buckle up, and tell yourself that this thing is no more, but I need to press forward. This person is no more, irrespective of you. See, if you think where you pass is, if I take a route A, it's always where I know I'm going to meet you and that's going to take me back to you to think about you. I will avoid that route. Wherever I think I will meet you, I will try as much as possible in my healing process not to meet you. If you happen to become a church member too, I will just not encourage myself. I will not stay back, but buckle up, dress up, you know, powder your face, put smiles on your face, and then move on. Sing more just to rejoice. If your soul heals, the body will heal, the mind will heal, the heart will heal. So the inner soul within you, the inner spirit that is within you, is what you are supposed to quicken it. So the Bible says, if we quicken our mortal bodies, so we quicken the spirit that is in us. If Christ dwells within us very mightily, that if the whole world, what if the fellow died? How long will you mourn? That's the question. So you just, bring in negative thoughts. That will fill your mind and say, okay, I will assume if you are no more in my life, that means you are dead. If you are no more in my life, that is, it is spoiled. It has splitted. The water is out of the can. I can't call it back again. The only thing I have to do is, if the cup or the bottle is splashed or is spoiled or broken, I have to just go in and buy a new one. If I don't have the means to buy it now, then I have to sit down, gather up. What will I have to do? Work. So I have to work and press on. That is the only thing. Just move forward. Don't try to always be looking back. If you look back, you can't reach the goal. But Paul said, forgetting about the things that is behind me and pressing on towards the goal. So he's not mine. Convince yourself that you are not mine. I am not yours. Go your way and let me also go my way. The moment you try to know that this thing is no more in your hands again, but rather you need to fill. That's why we say, fill my cup, oh Lord. That God needs to fill you and position you on the right way. Whatever thing that you think you did that caused it, correct yourself, buckle up yourself, and then move on. That is how best you can, you can mend a broken, because it is broken. That is my word. That thing is broken. What can you do? Miranda, if it is broken, it is broken. If if I say I'm going, even if it's a plastic like container or a plastic substance, and I say I have to mend it, right? If you mend it, will you get it the right way it is?
No.
Definitely, whatever you use to mend is going to show. So why will I worry myself when I'm not throwing that thing away and going in for a new one? So that is how you can try to encourage yourself, think more, and put smiles on your face. That is all.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pastor Linda. So
You're
first, you
welcome.
need to accept the thing, the relationship is broken and it
The-
can't be mended.
I accept
If you're
accept
not
that.
able to accept that, you can't move on. That's true.
No, if
Well,
that is
thank
it.
you.
The great word is acceptance. Accepting that the thing is no more. If you don't accept, that's where you will lament for a long time. But the moment you accept that this thing is no more, it is no more. The fellow prophesying to you or even confessing to you every day, even day in and out, telling you how much I love you, how much I don't want to lose you, how much without you I'm no more. Like, and the
Mm-hmm.
same person coming in to tell you that, hey, you know what? The love is dead. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's no more.
Right.
If Miranda, let me take this advice as you are not married yet. Anybody you try to move in life with, that comes in later and tells you that uh, I don't love you anymore, and then goes back and come back. No, don't accept that fellow. Mm-mm.
Mm, mm-mm.
Because you saying it right from the beginning was from your heart,
Right.
right? Even if
Mm-hmm.
it was not from your heart from the beginning, you were exhibiting something that made me got to know that you are really in love with me.
Mm-hmm.
Now you come out of confession. You come out and then you confess to me that I don't want you anymore. Then you will go back and then come back again and tell me that, oh, I was just trying your pulse. Mm-mm. What pulse are you
Mm-mm.
trying? You can't try that pulse. We don't try
The pause
pulse.
is there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So just know, accept it. The moment anybody tells you, just accept their words and try to change whatever thing that is moving or whatever plans you have. Just buckle it, baggage it, and put it somewhere, and then move on. Tell yourself you are pressing forward. Put positive thoughts in your mind. I'm moving forward, and that is it. Nobody can just stop you. You will move forward and tell yourself, I am getting bigger. He's not the right. The moment you say, oh, we won't leave, okay, it's painful. I will tell you, it's painful, right? But accept that, oh, this fellow is no more. Tell yourself, oh, I was just told he's dead or she's dead. If you're no more in my life, that means you are dead,
Mm,
right? And if anything
mm-hmm.
is dead, it can't come back to life again. Jesus Christ was the only one who died and resurrected the third day. So if you are dead, if I tell myself today that you are dead, how long will I mourn?
Mm,
Mary, are you getting me? Because if you cry your heart
mm-hmm.
out, if you cry your eyes out, your eyes comes and pops up like whatever it is, and then you are no more. You are no more.
Right.
It's painful. That's why I'm saying that I will tell you that it's painful. You can stay in the house. Sometimes I tell people, be in the shower, cry, 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 lament. Oh, you are no more. And then afterwards, powder up yourself. Put on your nice clothes. Take a route to somewhere that you think you can get a refreshment. Go out to to either to the seashore, to the beach, to wherever you think you can see creations, or take
Mm,
an interesting book that you think you can. And the Bible is a book, one of the interesting books I will recommend to you. Read it. Read it. If you get brokenhearted, get to Psalms of Solomon. You can get words over there that will comfort you about love. And you get to know that you are not finished.
mm-hmm.
Whoever is listening to me, if anybody have broken your heart, move to Psalms of Solomon and you hear what Solomon is talking about. Solomon's preaching and everything was talking about Jesus Christ and his death, how he will be crucified, how people will reject him out of the love that he was showing to us, right? So if you get there and then you study more of it, you get to know that, oh, so all hope is not lost. One
Mm-hmm.
door closes, that is the bad door. Allow God to open the good door for you.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Mommy. I have a comment here coming in. Let's go to Auntie Ezra for. I think this was for the first the opening questions. That's why we're careful who we give our love to. Because if we fall in love with a person who doesn't know how Christ wants us to love, they can definitely fake love. That's true. Pastor Dela is here watching with us. Thank you, Pastor Dela. He said, all looking gorgeous. We thank God for the beautiful work of his hands. Amen. God bless you all for the good work in the kingdom. Mm. And he said, David encouraged himself with the word, let us emulate that. Martha Sechi is here watching with us. Gracie Ham said, "Get Pastor." Princess Joy said, God bless you, Pastor Linda. Auntie Esther said, broken heart is difficult. When it happens, put yourself together and move on. You can't come and kill yourself or just move on. Mr. Beneza, Nana Harrison is here watching with us. Thank you. He said, don't settle for an indecent person or for a spouse. Divorce is marking time and patiently waiting for you. Auntie ever said, eat ice cream and watch some Speedy and Love YouTube, a comedian. Okay, so that's it for now. Renee, what is your take on this? How can we heal from broken relationships?
Okay, that's a good one. First of all, I'll start by saying that getting brokenhearted, it's real. Okay, once you are with somebody, once you've had a relationship with somebody, once people have had wonderful times, talked, and all that, if that person is no more, it's not easy. I won't say that it's easy. No, it's not easy. But hey, things happen, and the person decided to leave. Let him or her go. So let's say, first of all, you need to know your worth, okay? You know yourself. You have developed yourself academically, socially, spiritually, and all that. And this one person in your life decides that, oh, all these goodies, I don't want it. Let the person go. Who loses? That person does. It's like you going to a buffet and then there's so much food. There's jollof rice here, there's fufu right there, there's salad, there's chicken, there's all that. And then you decide that I don't want to eat, I'd rather go. So go, don't eat. Okay, so when you get to that point, tell yourself that I'm not the one who has lost. That person who left has lost. Auntie, my wonderful mommy, Auntie Rita, will tell you that sometimes when God wants to bring you cake, the devil will come really quick and bring you bread. Maybe it's not even some sugar bread. He'll probably bring you some hard tea bread that has been sitting down forever. Okay. Just as Pastor Linda said, if somebody, one door closes, a bigger and a better door would come.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, see yourself that whoever left is the one who has lost, and that God is bringing you a better person. God is bringing you a better person. Don't cry so much. Don't cry so much. Cry, yes, but then don't be fixated on crying. Don't be crying every single day and feel like all hope is lost. Why would you cry if a man or a woman leaves you? So if God stops loving you, what would you do? Then that one you will die. Because whoever left you, God loves both of us. And if somebody leaves you, God's arms are wide open. He's always ready to take you in. So if person A leaves you, go to person and go to God, who is constant. He's not going to leave you. He's not going to forsake you. He's not going to break your heart. Go to him. As Pastor Linda said, if you don't have anything to do, read the Bible. Read the word of God. Read, read, read. And another thing I would want you to do is that dance your pain. Dance your pain and your sorrow away. There are so many wonderful songs out there to listen to and dance. If you don't have any song to listen to, come on FBN. You know that what do you call it? After refreshing hour or heavenly dew, you get some nice music to dance to.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have any programs to watch, come to FBN. You have so many programs to watch. Go on YouTube. Thanks to YouTube, you can watch anything. You can listen to worship songs. You can read. You can dance. Forget it. Let that person go. It's not easy, but make a conscious effort. Talk to yourself. Tell yourself that, you know what, I'm done. If you are done, I am definitely done too. And I know God is going to bring a better person. You know, God is definitely
Mm-hmm.
going to bring a better person. And you sobbing and you coiling and not doing what you have to do, it will make you miserable. And whoever it is going to be happy. But then let's say, for instance, you got brokenhearted, and then some years to come, you are a better person, you got a better person. How do you expect the other person to feel? The other person will feel like, wow, I lost. So make yourself better so that the person who left will know that, what the Calibers will say, "Medin kwasi asem." That's what the person is going to feel. So get up, be cheerful, be happy, and let that person leave.
Okay, so Auntie Renee is saying, put in your mind that you don't leave. is the one losing all that goodies. Okay. Come to FB and dance songs. She understands that it must be painful. I mean, it's painful. It's nobody saying this. For how long? How long are you gonna sit down and cry and cry and cry? You need to move on. You need to move on. As Teresa said, that's all. It's better you break up with such a person your life later on and divorce. It's true. Pastor Dara said, Linda, that's a good advice. The question is, how many youth will take this advice when they are in their youthful exuberance? Okay, so the youth, I hope that you will take this advice and not just, shun this advice and be like, oh, yeah, there they are again, there they go, this talking. They're just trying to help you. Okay, so please, if this is definitely something you're going through, I pray that you'll be able to take this advice and move on. Nancy, as I said, the best way to break up is dressing up and being your best. That's right. You don't want the person to, feel so like, oh yeah, shit. When I left her, look at how she looks now, so miserable. No, you don't want to do that to yourself. Gracie Ham said also it's an opportunity for you to develop yourself. Love yourself and know your worth. That way, when the right person comes around, you will know. I said, yep, absolutely true. And Faithy JB said, I will take this advice. Thank you so much. Okay, so yeah, first of all, accept that the broken heart is real thing and start taking steps to move on. Listen to songs, inspirational messages, and don't stay all day crying. It's okay to cry. Don't cry for the rest of your life because then you're gonna be able to enjoy the good things that's coming your way. Just turn to God to help you go through the situation you are in right now, and trust me, He's gonna help you go through it. Okay, so I would like to know that I've seen a lot of videos these days on like Facebook, Instagram, that women, kneeling down and proposing to men. Is it appropriate for, well, it's a Christian program, so a Christian youth to, a girl or a woman kneel down in front of her guy and propose? Is it appropriate for Pastor Linda?
Great no, a very big no. A very big no, and I know Rini will accept that with me. A very, very
Okay.
big no. Right from creation, God said that He created man in His own image and His likeness. And
Mm-hmm.
then when He created all things, they were all in two. Everything, every creation God created was in pair. So the Bible says that when Adam had finished naming everything in the Garden of Eden and living with them, he went to God and said, I see everyone, every animal, every creation move in pairs. Right? And the other day I was teaching some people over there, and I said, somebody asked that. So what is the pair of light? I said, darkness. If I am saying that everything comes in pair, so the pair of light, I said darkness. But everything was moving in pair. So there was Bible said that the earth was full of darkness, and the Lord said, "Let there be light," and there was light. So immediately, right from beginning, there was darkness, right? So what you have to know is that after God placed Adam, He put sleep on Adam, and he woke up by creating Eve. He said he woke up and he said that this is the bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. And when we read Genesis chapter 2, verse 20, he said, and a man will leave his parents. He didn't say a woman. He said, and the man will leave the parents and cleave with the wife. And the two of them will become one flesh. So where is it that it is being said that there was a man that went out, a woman that went out to propose to a man? Why are you losing your dignity? Why do you want to sell out your integrity? God did not create us so. We should respect ourselves so much that we need not to sell our birthright just like that. We already lost that birthright right from creation, but God, Jesus Christ, came in to die for us and gave us that dominion power. We have that will power. The desire is there. But don't go and propose to a man. Why are you making yourself so cheap? Let the man come. The men came coming in to propose to the women. If you see how people are being treated, most of them, the same men that comes in to propose to the women are the same people that take them into their houses and beats them up and maltreats them anyhow that they want. So now, if you go in to propose to
How
him,
much more?
what respect do you expect from him? He's not going to
Mm.
respect you, and he will always refer you. Are you not the one who proposed to me? If you think you can't handle, go. Are you getting what I'm saying? So don't
Yeah.
sell your dignity. Don't sell your integrity just like that. Hold on to your faith. The fact that the Bible has said it in the olden time and or the time to come, men and women are going to beg men. 8 people are going to tell 8 women are going to beg men, 1 man to marry them just to put their names on. Don't be part as a child of God. No, don't beg a man to put his surname on your name. Maintain your dignity. Let your father's name still be your surname, and lift your head high. God will surely bring to you the man that will cherish you so much, the man that will love you, and then without him seeing you for a second, he's gonna. I know of a couple that I grew up with, and throughout the whole day they'll be talking. You ask yourself, the woman has the earpiece on, and then you ask yourself, the next minute you see her talking, saying something, and then you ask, then she tells my husband is on the line.
Hey.
They are not giving, yeah, they don't want anybody to come in. You understand me? So if you think such a man is a woman who went in to propose, you always be looking around,
Mm.
looking for women to come and propose to them. So the moment
Mm.
any woman shows an interest, he's ready to open up the door to. So you refer it the same way you came, it's the same way she's also coming. No man wants to lose the woman that he has gone in, find it so difficult, especially the ones that we give them tough time. When they get you, they handle you with care.
Mm.
They will handle you with care. They don't want to lose the sight of you for the moment. And those are the men that don't even want any other man come close to talk to you. You
Mm.
see their heart panting here and there every time. They are so furious. So I know some of them are too overprotective. Some of them are over jealousy and stuff. But if you allow yourself to go propose to a man, you are like a trash. You always tremble upon you. So don't even do that, Miranda. Don't
No,
think
no.
about it. Advise your friends never to do it. Those you see them doing it on Facebook, I don't know. They don't know the word of God.
Mm.
They don't understand what God said about marriage. So that's what they are doing. They are too desperate. And then they are just following what is going on in this world. But for we Christians, we are waiting upon the timing of God. And that is perfect.
Thank you so much, Pastor Linda. Yeah. So that's a no. Because you do it today, you go into the marriage, and then the next day, the next few days, it's already reminding you of what you did because he wasn't the one that came to you. He's the one that's up to you. It's just think about it. Why in a man that goes to the house to ask for your hand in marriage? So why the rush? Why do you feel so
Mm-hmm.
pressured to go propose to a man? It doesn't even sound right, but okay. Auntie Renee, what's your answer?
Okay, it's a very, very exciting question. I definitely would agree with with Pastor Linda and yourself. I would not advise a lady to go out of her way to propose to a man. But the lady, if you are interested in a man and the man has probably not seen, try to make the man see. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Some people would argue that, oh, even in the Bible, Ruth proposed to Boaz. I've read that story several times, okay? Yes, Ruth listened to Naomi and she went and covered the feet of Boaz. Boaz woke up at dawn. So if you haven't read it, you can go to Ruth chapter 3. You see the story there. But then in the morning, Boaz got up, went to the city, invited the elders, and said, "Hey, there's this lady, so and so, who came with Naomi. this Moabite woman, and I'm not the next of kin to get married to her. But then let us talk to whoever is supposed to get married to her. And if he doesn't want to do it, then I will do it. Fine. Ruth went now, and Ruth went to Boaz. Ruth went just as Naomi, her mother-in-law, told her. But then Boaz was the one who went to even get to talk to the elders and all that. So Ruth like put herself out there and kind of convinced Boaz. And then Boaz did the job by going to do everything, and they settled everything, and he got married to her. So if you love somebody and you feel the person is not seeing you, try. I have this, one of my friends told me this story. There's this guy she liked, and the guy, she spoke to the guy a couple of times. I mean, texted the guy a couple of times on Facebook Messenger. And then she told the guy, hey, this is my number. Please call me whenever you have some time. The guy never called. After over months, the guy didn't call. But the girl really did like the guy. So the girl sent a Facebook Messenger and said that, hey, you promised to call me. You never did. I've been waiting for your call. And then she left it that way. And by the grace of God, the guy called. And they kept talking back and forth, back and forth. And right now, today, they are married. Did she go propose to him? No.
No.
Did she try? Of course she did. Yeah. Was the guy interested from scratch? Nope, he didn't. He was not. But then did he succumb? Yes, he did, because he loved her. So if somebody really wants you to try, the person is going to see. And then even if the person's mouth is POP, he will be able to open it. That cat is going to come out of his mouth. Okay? Yeah. Try to pull the words out of his mouth instead of you putting it into his mouth. Pull it out of your actions. If you like, if the person is in your church and stuff like that. The other day, Pastor Linda mentioned it on your show, that after church you can say, oh, hey, oh, today I love your jacket. It was pretty. Okay, fine. Maybe the person is an instrumentalist. Oh, today the way you were playing was really cool. Try to make those advances. Try to say those nice things. If the person doesn't see it and you try your very best and still he does not see it, leave it. Then that person is not interested in you. But if the person really likes you and the person is shy, Pastor Francis will say some of us are shy. Some people are shy. If you meet a shy person, once you do what I just talked about earlier, the person will forget the shyness, come out of his shell, and then speak to you. That shows that the person really adores you, cherishes you, and all that. But then you didn't go ask him or her out. You didn't go propose. So that's what I want to say. Please, please, please don't go propose to a guy. But then let him say it through your actions. The person would come out if he really wants you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Auntie. You actually got ahead of me. I was about to ask the same question that what if you like someone and the guy probably hasn't seen it? It's okay for you to, tell the person or, in your actions, like you said, but for you to go ahead and propose to a man, that's like a big no. Yeah, thank you so much, Auntie Renee. I have a comment here from Princess for the broken relationship aspect. She said that one of the things is jumping into a different relationship after broken-hearted. Nobody should do that. Kindly give some time and forget relationship for a while, then bounce back. Yeah, that is very true. Jumping from one relationship is really not advisable. If you just got out of a relationship, you might want to still, get time for yourself, address some things that went on in the relationship so that you can have a better one next time. Okay. All right. No comments. So moving on. So two people in a relationship, right? A man and that they haven't married yet, but then they have the lady got pregnant. Okay, so why should the man marry? Is it a force? Is it a must that because that a baby has come into the scene because they're pregnant, the guy must marry the woman? Pastor Linda?
I would say no.
Okay.
Maybe it's a mistake, right? But if
Mm-hmm.
the two of you were already planning to get married, you've moved in for a long time. I know this mentality of some men, right, that are afraid, especially with women that they thought that had been with other men before they met the woman and couldn't control
Mm-hmm.
their emotions, and then maybe started going to bed with them. Some of them want to use pregnancy to get you married with the assurance that you're going to give them children. Are you getting me? But
Mm-hmm.
whereby when it comes to church, for instance, it's one of the first thing is it's already a sin. No pastor will just get in unless maybe you are in the process. That is what I'm saying. Unless maybe you are in the process of counseling and mistakenly such thing happened. You have to, if you want to get married, me as a pastor will not force the man or the man to get married to the woman.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a mistake, it's a mistake. We'll make sure you put to bed. When the child will be named in the house. A child is an innocent child. We don't know the mission and then the purpose why God has made it happen. Are you getting me? But if the two of you have already have the intention of getting married, every tribe as Africans have their own customs. And even in church, I don't think any pastor will rush in knowingly that there is pregnancy to bless your marriage for you in church.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe we'll do it outside or advise you to do it in court. And we'll come and be with you. But to force or impose the woman forcefully on the man to get married to them, no, it's not advisable. It's never an advisable thing for any parent to do to the child, to a daughter or a son, because they will end up not becoming happy throughout their whole life. And then the next thing is divorce. And then
Mm-hmm.
who loses is the child. But if right from the beginning you accept that it was a mistake that happened, that child will not nor have that tag on him or her whilst she is growing up. But if the two of you accept to be together, then either we wait for you to put to bed, whilst we are naming the child, we bless the marriage for you and bless the child. Then you go, both of you go in, you take your responsibility during pregnancy, even in church. That's what we can do. The best thing that we can do for you is that we will allow the woman to go put to bed during the naming ceremony. We accept, we speak to both families since the two of them are in agreement to get married. You, the woman, you stay with your parents, with the man taking responsibility of you. Then during the naming ceremony, we bless your marriage as well. And that becomes something for before you can move into with your husband. But for we saying, or me as a mother imposing my daughter on a man that has impregnated her, that because you impregnated her, I'm giving her out to you to go and marry. No, I will not do that. That means I don't want the happiness of my child. And if
Mm-hmm.
you also think that you also wanted a better life for yourself, you could have paid it to my advice by closing your legs and waiting for the right time. Yes. So yeah, really, it's true. If you had listened, because I will advise you if I see you moving out with a man, and that is it. Keep yourself pure. That's what we were talking about purity last week. You understand me? So
Mm-hmm.
if you are not able to control yourself to the extent of you becoming pregnant, oh, it's a cross you want to carry from the beginning. Fine, you will deal with it. I will help you as a mother. I will support you, whatever, because I will hate you taking out the child. And one thing God has blessed me with, if you take a seed today, your first day, I'll get to know it. So you can't hide it from me. I'll not wait for a month. I'll not wait for a week. Today, if you take a seed today, I'll get to know. And I know every date of my children's menses.
Hey.
Even whilst I am here, I still monitor them from here. I have 3 girls, so I have to be very straight. I still monitor them from here. So when the date comes, I know your symptoms. I know how your faces are changing a week before. So if I don't see those changes, and I have passed through, so I also learned from my mom. That is
Wow.
it. So I'm also passing it on onto them. So I know all of them from their move. No, women have mood swings and stuff. So the moment daddy tells me I'm talking to Queenie and this how she's behaving, I'm talking to this Abigail and this how she's behaving, then I tell daddy, no, don't worry. I know next week she's like this. I know next no. So take just exercise patience with them. You
Mm.
understand me? And after the week two, I know what she will go through. During your ovulation, I know what you will go through. So if I talk to you and I don't see those changes, really, then I'll start suspecting
It's
you.
a problem.
I'll start suspecting you. That is it. So, not that I'm too straight with them, but I want the best for them. But if you think you are smart enough and you want to outsmart me, and then the results comes out, everybody who writes an exams comes out with a testimony. So that is your testimony, and you want to have that
Mm.
testimonial. I'll help you lift it up, and then we'll put it on. I know one woman that the daughter went to school. Let me tell you, just joke. Went to school and then to the university. The woman didn't go there. The daughter was not coming home for more than a
Mm-hmm.
year, doing vacation and everything. After semester, she doesn't come home. And this woman was an illiterate. So she asked the daughter, why don't you come home and stuff? He said, oh, I have a place here. I stay. I pay rent and everything. I have a woman here who is taking care of me. And so I'm okay. Not knowing the girl got pregnant right from the 3rd month that she went to school. So she had to look for a place to
Wow.
perch. And then the child is there. So after her semester, after 3 years of a completion, and then she was coming in because the 4th year was the year for her to go write her final exams, and she needed to pay attention. She can't hide the child again, so she needed to bring the child home to the mother.
Mm.
So she came with some people coming in to beg. That's all. She has disappointed the mom because she didn't pay heed to it, but at least she has tried keeping the pregnancy, giving birth to the small boy, and now the child was about 2 years or 3 years. So he bring the child home. Good. Then the grandma said, okay, so this is the degree you brought to me. So they named the child degree. So anytime he's moving along, he's like, hey, degree, let's go. If you ask, why do you call this child degree? He said, that is the degree, the certificate that my daughter brought to me from school. So if you want to go in, if you also want to bring that degree to me, fine. It's a testimony. We'll hang it and everybody will. So you will keep it. But for me to force the man on you, no, I will not do it. No parent should
Okay.
do that because
Mm-hmm.
happiness is a key in marriage. If you are not happy, there will not be even communication. If I'm not happy, I can't.
Mm.
If I'm not happy with Winnie, I will not even feel like coming closer to you to talk to you.
Doctor.
So the
Mm.
communication, the key word in it will get missing. There will not be communication. I will cook for you, you eat, and then you go and sleep. There will not be no communication. And I know some couple who gave birth to one child during that was forced the woman on her. The child is 25 years and they had never met intimately till now.
Mm.
Because it was like we were just being friends and all of a sudden it happened. I didn't study you. You also didn't study me. One loved the other. You understand me? But the other person,
Mm-hmm.
there was no love. The man loved the woman, but the woman was saying that the way in which the guy forced himself on her, that broke the pregnancy, does not mean that he has. So the guy came in, seek for the hand in marriage. And then the mother also said, I can't let you have a child out of wedlock. So if the man is ready to marry you, go. The woman said, no, I'm not going to marry. A man who can rape me, I can't marry.
Mm.
And she was forced on until now. There had not been any intimacy between them. The child is 25 years and married.
Wow.
So you see the burden that the man brought to himself. So, the man loved the woman to the extent of sacrificing to be with her. You just cooking for me and be in my house, I'm okay. But what happiness is there again? Are you getting what I'm saying? So if you force a child or a female daughter on a man, always it's the women who loses. So you force the female daughter on a man to marry. You are creating something, a lifetime barrier for your child, which is very bad.
Thank you, Pastor Linda. Well, Pastor Linda has said a lot. She wouldn't advise anyone to, your female child to marry a guy just because she's pregnant or just because there's a baby. But then if both of them had already made up their mind that they were gonna get married, then yes, sure. Auntie, it's advisable to give yourself some time to be sure you want to marry, not just because of pregnancy. However, some churches encourage men to marry woman, they impregnate. Yeah. Well, I've seen some happen before. So, what's your take on that, Pastor Linda? There's that force you to get married to the man that has impregnated you, like even if I don't know, even if it's not that. Yeah. What's your take on that, Pastor Linda?
The question again.
Yeah, there are some churches that actually for married to the guy, whether you love the person or not, just because there's a pregnancy. How about that?
That's what I said earlier, that I will not allow that. Me being a
Mm,
pastor, I will not advise anybody to do that. The pregnancy is there, all right. It was a mistake. They couldn't control themselves. Ask the two of them, are you willing to be together? Are you getting me? If you
mm-hmm,
ask the man and he's not ready, give him some time. Let's accept
mm,
it. Let him know his responsibility. You will take care of the woman till the woman gives birth. You will take care of the child. Are you getting what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
as the man, men will not like to waste their money on women without another person coming in. So,
Mm,
if right from pregnancy, you allow him to take care of the woman and he comes in to visit, there is a child. No, right from sometimes the child that even comes in brings in a happiness. Some children, and most children born of those wedlock are so much children that are so very brilliant right from beginning. So brings in some joy to the woman. So if the man wants to share that joy, coming in all the time, seeing how happy the woman is with the child, will also want to share the joy.
mm,
Unless no, he has a different motive altogether. But for me, a pastor, that two church members accidentally couldn't control themselves and then they got pregnant. Good. Is the man ready to marry the woman? If he is not, take your responsibilities. We'll make sure the two families are involved. We will help them up in prayers. The woman will have to put to bed. I will not tell you or drive you out of the church. No, it's a mistake. We all
mm,
sin. We go back to God and God takes us. That's why we always use the prodigal. They have become prodigal sons and daughters. That doesn't mean we should drive them away. Other churches do it, by just telling you, making it known and publicly known to the whole church that this pregnancy is pregnancy. It will just come out. But for us to show much love, we have to show concern. Pull them to ourselves as pastors, as deacons and deaconesses in the church, instead of showing signs of despise, as if they have done something that is not supposed to be done. You understand me? It's a disgrace, all right, already. So ask yourself, if that child is your child, will you drive them out of your house? No. You will try to cover them up. Then you start to nurture them and educate them. Don't despise them. Don't give them attitude. If you give them attitude, they will go back to the world and they will become lost souls. But the love that you will exhibit as a pastor, the love that you exhibit to them as a church elder, the love that the deacon and deaconesses and the church, that is what the church members are also going to show to them. But if you, the pastor, start showing some sign of
mm,
disregard towards them, you give the members who are also ready to backbite against them, and that will drive them away.
mm,
If you check on them all the time, let them know that they have done the mistake. For that, you let them know they didn't do well. But yes, still, bring them closer. Come closer to them, talk to them, educate them, encourage them, counsel them. So in the process, you are also psyching the guy. Think about it. You say you don't want her, but think about it. As you are psyching him, I'm going to psych you to fall in love with the woman. But what made
mm,
you go to bed with her?
mm,
What at all? If it was last, how long did it last for you? That's why we say last. How long? That intimacy, how long? 5 minutes. That is the longest. What did you gain out of it? So this certificate that you are bringing out, anybody who goes to school with and gets a certificate, want everybody to show. Sometimes we place them in our rooms. So anybody who comes in gets to know we have this degrees in, and this is the degree, the scholar that you brought in. So if you have this degree, and then you're going to handle it. If you want it, in order to avoid anything, think about it. You are human. If you want the woman, fine. We'll educate all of you, cancel all of you, cancel their family together, and then we allow them to get married. But for me to impose that woman on the man to get married to, it's a no.
yeah. Thank you so much, Pastor Linda. As I said, most relationships that go through such situations, go through a lot of issues. Yeah. Pastor marriage is not by force. No one should force people into marriage. And so, as I said, yeah, they will spend and disgrace you. Princess Joyce said we must do that to serve as a lesson that youth. You can walk around in the church and be impregnating ladies and go create another one and making the other lady a trailer. You marry her. Okay, so Joyce, Auntie Joyce said by force that one day you have to marry because that's to serve as a lesson to other youth. But well, I don't know. I don't think it should. I mean, yeah, it's a sin. It's a disgrace and all of that. Yeah, we do understand, and which is why we I know a lot of mothers and the church, the youth pastors, they try to advise the youth all the time, stay away. Last week, stay pure. If you were able to heed to all these advices, you wouldn't get here. So watching your youth watching right now, I would just advise you not to go there. This is it's a big issue. It can frustrate you. It can stress you out. So just don't go there. You're gonna get married soon, and you're gonna enjoy the rest of your life. Why the rush? So Auntie Renee, I know that has started. You still have something to give us. So what would be your take on this? If someone impregnates a girl doesn't have to marry her by
Okay. Yeah, Pastor Linda has said so much. Pastor Linda has said a lot. I agree with all of you. The fact that you got pregnant out of wedlock doesn't mean that it's compulsory to get married to whoever impregnated you. And
Mhm.
people have already discussed on this show um, several times about living a pure life as a Christian youth. And since this is a Christian youth and relationship talk, I just want to advise the youth. You have to tell yourself that I'm walking with God. I want to live a life that God wants me to live. God frowns on fornication, so I won't do it. Pastor Linda has already given us, I think last week or previously, she talked about the fact that if you think you're getting too close, don't get too close to somebody you know you have feelings for. Don't get yourselves together alone in a room because one thing will lead to another. Yes, we are Christians and all that, y'all will judge us. But then, in as much as the Holy Spirit lives in you, it lives in a flesh. So our flesh is constantly fighting with our spirit. So you want to live a holy life, and then you keep being all touchy and everything. Obviously, one thing will lead to another, and then you get pregnant if you're not lucky. Okay, so let's try as much as possible to stay pure. However, if we are not able to stay pure and we go get pregnant, we do not have to get married to the person if you don't want to. Do people get married? Yes, they do. Because I know I have this friend who got pregnant at the age of 17. She didn't even know she was pregnant. But then she only found out she was pregnant after 8 months because she was even menstruating. How that happened, only God knows.
Wow.
Okay. She got pregnant at the age of 17. And then those times she didn't know God. She was not a Christian. But then she had a baby, and then she got married to the same guy who is also a teenager. I don't know at which age they got married, but then they got married. And right now, both of them like love God so much. They're in the church. They are married. They've had, I think, two other kids in addition to what they have. Things like that happen, but it's not always the case. So if in your case you get pregnant and you decide to get married because both of you love each other, just as my friend and her husband, of course, absolutely, you can do it. Maybe the pregnancy came when you had not given your life so much to God. You were a Christian, but then your Christian walk was lukewarm. So you did something you're not supposed to do. And then right now you have decided that, hey, I did this. I'm ready to right my wrongs. it's not too late to wipe away whatever happened. So have decided that even though I'm pregnant, I will still rededicate my life to God. If the man you are with says that like still it's in the old, and you decide that no, right now I'm want to live for God, and that person doesn't want to live for God, you don't have to get married to the person. Can two work together? No, it must be three until they be agreed, unless they be agreed. So if you get pregnant and the person is not going the direction you want to go to, leave. If both of you decide to go on that same direction, then you go. But then it's not compulsory to get married if you get pregnant. So that's what I can add to what Pastor Linda said.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Auntie Renee. Yep. So I think we have spent much of our time here. Um, Auntie Esther said, when this kind of thing happens, the church and the family has a lot. The two people need a lot of counseling because it's not an easy situation at all. It can be really, really, really stressful. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna take our last discussions and we call it a day for today. Um, this is funny, but is it is it wrong to have a crush on someone? Like, you see this person on TV, or it can even be person in church. A person in school that, oh, this guy's my crush. Well, I have a crush on him. So I'll go with answer Renee first. Is it wrong to have a crush on someone?
Yeah, very interesting question. Is it wrong to have a crush on someone? But what is a crush at all? You know, crush is I mean my own definition. It's that kind of feeling or some infatuation you have for somebody at a particular time. And
Mm,
usually crush normally crushes normally last for a very short period of time.
yeah.
And then
Hmm.
crush could also move to love and affection and all that. Do you get it?
Hmm.
So so far as we are humans, so far as we have blood running through our veins, so far as we have feelings, I don't see anything wrong with having a crush on anybody.
Yay.
First of all, that doesn't mean you should keep going to have crushes on everybody in Miranda. Okay, so first of all, having a crush could not necessarily be having a crush on the opposite sex. Okay, I mean that's where that crush definition comes from. But then you can have a crush on somebody you adore or you admire, a role model. You
Hmm.
see this person, I'll be like, oh, I love the way Pastor Linda talks. I think I have a crush on her. Like I wish I could be
Yeah.
like, stuff like that. It could be that could be a type of crush. But the very common one is having a crush on the opposite sex. And you see that it's more of a teenage thing. Most
Mm,
teenagers in high school and all that, they always have crushes on other people. Oh, they'll have a crush on this person. They'll probably decide to walk around where the person is, that, oh, this person is going to use this route. Let me go there, stuff like that. It's not wrong. It's definitely not wrong to have a crush on somebody. But then what do you do? What the crush makes you do is what is important. So let me give an example. We are all in a church, you are in a youth group, and then you have a crush on somebody in your youth group or your department or something. And because of that, because you know that you have a crush on this guy, anytime you are coming to church, maybe at first church starts at 9, you come at 8:50. Right now, you want to go out of your way to comb every strand of your hair, make
mm,
up, do your lipstick, look adorable
mm.
because you know that, hey, my crush is definitely coming
It's
to church.
coming.
So right now, if you go to church
Mm,
8:15, I go to church 9:15 because
nice.
the makeup routine has changed. Maybe you used to style your hair a different way, but because of this guy, right now you have to change your wig, you have to change your style. Now you're getting to church late. Yes, that is wrong because you want to go to please that person. At first, during worship, you'll be in the spirit. You will
On
kneel
your
down. You
hey.
raise your hand. You pray. You be crying. Right now, mm-mm-mm. Like even if you are praying, you just have to close your eyes and bow down your head sanctimoniously just because you want to be all lady because you have a crush on somebody in church. No. You used to do things in the house of God, but right now you're so shy to do it because of the
Mm.
guy.
The
There
guy.
are several things that make people not do what they are supposed to do when they have a crush on somebody. But it's not
Mm-hmm.
wrong to have a crush. If you have a crush on somebody in church, if I were you and the person loves God, that's where I'll love God more. So that the person will be like,
Mm-hmm.
wow, this lady loves God and I equally love God. I want us to love God together and both of us will come together. And then if something continues afterwards, yes, it will continue. But then you shouldn't go have a crush on somebody and let that thing prevent you from living the life that you want to live in church. I'm using church as an example because we are all Christians and this is a Christian youth show. And it happens in
Mm-hmm.
church a lot. So please, let's do our best that if we have a
Oh,
crush on somebody,
mine is not in church.
sorry.
Mine is not in church.
Oh, okay. Yours is probably not in church. Yours is probably in school. So if you have a crush in your class, and maybe you know that your crush is taking this elective, maybe geography, and you now you don't like geography, you want history. By force of because of your crush, you go and take geography and get F. Whose fault? It's your own fault. You get it? You can have a crush, but delay
You
and do what
lame.
you are supposed to
Mm-hmm.
do, irrespective of that crush.
Mm-hmm.
That is what is important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Auntie. Pastor Linda.
This topic is very interesting. This particular, and I agree with Auntie Rini of everything she just said. Having a crush is not wrong. It's not wrong, and as she gave the definition, it said it. I would say it's a feeling that attracts, a feeling of attraction to another person, which is usually harmless. So having a crush on somebody right from the beginning, it is harmless. It's just
Mm-hmm.
an attraction that you are having for the other person. It could be a lady having a crush on another lady. It could be a man having another crush on another man just because of the way maybe you dresses up, the way you portray yourself, the way you talk, the way, Auntie Winnie has given most of the examples, right? But choosing to act on those feelings could turn an innocent crush into an emotional affairs.
Mm-hmm.
So you having a crush. So your question is it wrong? It's not wrong to fall attracted to the other person. But you
Mm-hmm.
choosing, right, to make that crush an innocent crush. No, you just admiring somebody. Oh, I like the way this person is. I like the way he is. I like the way she is. No, and leading for that emotion, leading for you to lead you into an emotional feeling. It's on you. Because it could be that he may be the one that you are even having a crush on, have not even recognize you. But for
Oh.
you are doing everything. That's what Winnie was saying, that as a Christian youth, and then you sometimes you come to church so early, you don't care about the way you are whatsoever. But the minute you've got to see this guy, that the way he dresses and stuff, oh really? And then sometimes you get to know the kind of people that he's moving, the lady that he's moving around. You want to also dress to suit those people so that at least your attention will be drawn onto him or something else. You understand? So now you are spending more money. You are spending more. That is the emotions I'm
Mm.
talking about. You're going to spend more time. You know, you are so many things are getting involved into that simple crash that you got. That simple now everything is turning into emotion. So it is you. It's not wrong. It's normal. We feel attracted. We even married couples. But that doesn't mean that if I'm walking and I see, no, we see two married couples, the way they are, the way they move. I could see, Auntie Winnie and the way Auntie Winnie and Mr. Harrison move, the way they talk, even when they are standing there, I really admire them. You understand me? So I can have a crush on both of them as married couples and maybe use it to compare mine or use it to season my own marriage. So
Mm.
the way they are moving, instead of me using that exhibition or whatever they are portraying out there to mend my own life or my own marital life, rather I use it to go back home to fight my husband. Oh,
Mm.
can't you see your age mate? See the way they treat their wives. See the way this. See the way that. Meanwhile, I am not even ready to change. But if I will copy the woman and see the way she exhibits herself out there and talk to the husband, right? It could be my husband is also admiring them, but I will not know. The moment I start changing, I'm getting my husband back. That means the crush that I have on these marital couples have also seasoned my marriage and turned it into a good way. But me seeing them and then liking, trying to see, I wish Auntie Winnie is not there, then I am there. No, it's now bringing me to sin. And then I try to, do certain things just to show off myself to Mr. Harrison. So getting closer to him, Mr. Harrison might see me to be like, oh, I'm just a member. That she also sees a church member who also likes no. But at the back of my mind, is that what I am going in for? Are you getting what I'm saying? So the emotions that you will bring out of the crush that you are having is the problem. If I'm not a church member, as Miranda said, her crush is not not in church, it's out there. And Auntie really said you could be doing your elective mass, and then because he's in the biology class, and you always want, then you say you are deferring your course to become a biology student just because of the crush that you had. Or you see him or her to be a model. So me too, I want to model. Your legs are as thick as my own. You can't even stand. You can't stand on a hill for 2 seconds. How can you even model in it? Are you getting what I'm saying? So you are going to copy blindly, move to whatever you are not going to. That is when you are allowing yourself for that emotion, that emotion to override whatever feeling or attraction that you had. So you having a crush is not, but the way you will mend it, how you are going to live. And sometimes if it's a single person, as we have already talked about earlier on, sometimes you can get closer. And as you are getting closer and exhibiting yourself to the kind of people that you think he or she portrays himself with, sometimes it leads to marriage. Sometimes it leads to love. Are you getting me? It could be that he has not noticed, or he has also noticed you from afar. Especially when both of you have noticed yourself from afar, and the two of you are crushing on each other. It is like you lighting a fire on the petrol, and then boom, it goes, and it leads into marriage. So those love becomes so much attractive because it is right from the beginning. The attraction was right from the beginning. So that is what I said. That when Adam saw Eve, he said, "This is the bone of my bone." He really had a crush on him. Her. She said, "Wow, this is the bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh." So even after Eve has sinned, and then he had also told God that the woman you gave to me, when God told them that they should leave the Garden of Eden, he took Eve by the hand and put under the armpit and said, "Let's go. I am going with you." He did not say, because I told God that I have given her. Because right from the beginning, the very first day that she saw this woman, oh my God, she's all that I want. If not, he wouldn't have tasted the fruit. He would have rebuked. But because that love is there right from the beginning, the attraction was so great that developed into love. That emotion within made him see that everything that the woman does is perfect. So having a crush is good, but how you are going to nurture it, the emotional attraction that follows, how you are going to nurture it in your life is the problem. So Miranda, check it out.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pastor. MC as well said, I have a crush on my own husband. The
Wow,
person is a
that's good.
walking tree. Okay, oh, MC, are you sure? MC Ever said, yeah. Princess Joyce asked the question. She said, is it weird not to have a crush on, is it weird not to have a crush? And MC Ever, if you are married, it will be very weird to have a crush on someone else. You can admire, but well. So is it weird not to have a crush on someone else, Anthony?
Well, I don't think it's weird not to have a crush, but at
Yeah.
least so far as you are a human being, at some point
Hmm.
in your life, you definitely have a
Oh,
crush on somebody,
Andy.
no matter what happens. Okay, and that's don't let us base crush only on the
On
love
men, mm,
aspect. As I mentioned earlier, there could be crush on somebody you adore. There could be
yeah.
crush, like a friendly crush. That's because one of my cousins mentioned to me that, my cousin's friend said, "Oh, my cousin came to their class the very first time in high school, and the day she saw my cousin, she's like, I really, really like this guy, get this girl."
Mm,
And then she went to her and she's like, "I want you to be my friend." And then they've been friends now. They are both in college. They do their summer jobs together. They are besties.
mm,
It started from she crashing on her. So you can have a crush. So Mr. Joyce, it could be a crush on somebody you want to be like. It could be a crush on another lady. It could be a crush on a man. It's not a sin, but just look and ignore if it's a man. If you are married and it's a man and you think that, oh, I have a crush, okay, just look and then that's it. And that's Auntie Esther said, keep crashing on your own husband. I mean, my husband is my forever crush. So
period.
I, I don't care about any other man.
Okay. Okay. All right. I guess we'll end here for today. I have some comments here. Mr. Harrison said your honesty, Miranda. When you sell your sickness, you get medication. People I know won't own up to their situation so that they can be cancelled. MTS line. Mm. Linda Amon said, I can also attest to thank you. Auntie Esther said, crush is countable in formula feeling of love and admire someone. Often someone you know you cannot have a relationship with. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Okay. So crush, it's okay to have a crush on someone. Yeah, I have a lot of crushes. It's not only men though. I have women crushes too. Like I can appear every day. Every time I see her on Instagram. Yeah. She's my woman crush. Oh, the guy there. But I know that Auntie Ursula and Pastor Linda will be calling me right after this, but I'm turning off my phone. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining us. I enjoyed this program today. We shared a lot. We have learned a lot, and I hope that the advices, if it relates to you, you pick up that advice and learn from it. Pastor Della said, "Love is sweet too. That's why Adam didn't let go of Eve." Great lesson to learn from Adam. God bless you, Pastor Linda. God bless you too, Pastor Della. Thank you all for joining me today. The number was very high today. I appreciate you all for your love and encouragement. You were able to share this video to your friends and family and anyone WhatsApp so that they can also enjoy the session we had today. I would like to for my uh okay, my sponsor, the Crystal Cuisine, is here. Her number will show below the screen. You can call her and place your order. She will write to deliver to you. You know, the weekend you're tired, you can't cook. You can call her for your bridal engagement, showers, ever. Just place a call and continue to use the Miranda discount code. Her food is very delicious. Trust me, I love food, and for me to be able to recommend her, that means her food service is great. So please, please, please go to her and place your order. She's waiting for you. Faith, I have learned a lot from you all. Thank you so much, Faith JB, for joining us. God bless you so much. Uh, Linda, God bless you. Thank you for honoring my invitation and being here with me today. I really, really learned a lot from. God bless you so much. Auntie Renee, my only doctor. Thank you so much for joining me today. You shared a lot that, I have learned so much from you as well. Thank you, God. May God continue to bless you. My fellow viewers, watchers, I love you all. FB Production, thank you for always supporting me. Yeah, so we will end here for today and continue great day. And I'll see you same time next week. Okay, bye.
So you see, you might be tempted to doubt him, not knowing he knows what's best for you at the exact time. Don't categorize things into bad or good, because as far as he knows, the universe is conspiring to help us all the way through. When something undesirable happens to us, it's natural of humans to complain about it, but God is a master strategist.
Alright, hold on. Yeah, man. God is working. He is up to something. I may not see it, but still I'm trusting. God is working. He is working. He is working. Tell you, God is working, working, working. Help me say, God